hello, hi, a very happy good evening. So this is Krishna and we've been talking about the story of life on earth, and that's biology. So welcome to my new beginning series. So today we're going to discuss the critical thinking questions from the chapters body fluids and circulation, as well as excretory substance and their elimination. So hello Bhavya, yes, a very happy good evening. You weren't present in the previous lecture. Okay, due to some exam. All right, so that's completely fine, but I would request you to go through the recorded version because we have discussed some good set of questions. So I want you to go through the recorded lecture and see if you are able to attempt those questions. Okay, anyway, so thank you so much for joining my lecture today. So please do like, share and subscribe. So I hope you guys had a splendid weekend yesterday and you relaxed and you enjoyed. At the same time, you also did some efforts for your NEET exam. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the critical thinking questions from two chapters today, that is body fluids as well as the excretory substance. So let's see how the questions are and how we are going to approach them. So approaching questions is what makes you strong when you attempt your exam, right? So that's what I'm training you for. So you guys don't seem to be asking any doubts, so I thought I will come up with questions and I thought I will stimulate the doubts in you. So let's see how far this goes, right? Okay, so let's begin. So I hope you're all doing well. So I would once again please suggest, so please do like, share and subscribe. So we have a Menti very soon. So Menti is on 27. So we are having the Menti in 5 chapters. So starting from digestion, breathing, body fluids, excretion and locomotion. So please join me for the Menti of all the 5 chapters, that is on 27, that is day after tomorrow at 5:15. So 5 chapters, 30 questions, 6 questions from each chapter. So very soon you will get the code. So make sure you join me for the Menti because it's a revision for you, right? Okay, so here we go. So we'll start with body fluids. So talking about the body fluids, we spoke about the composition of blood. So sometimes this composition can be a bit tricky. So you can get questions from the WBCs, which can be of 2 types, granulocytes and agranulocytes, right? So then you have the structure of the human heart. So you have to remember all the 4 layers. What are the valves? What are the walls? The septa that is dividing each of them, and from where to where the blood enters and what is the passage of flow. So that is one part. The other part is what is diastole, what is systole, and then you have the ECG, and finally we spoke about the difference between the veins and the arteries, right? So these are some of the things that we have to keep in mind when we're talking about body fluids and circulation. So first thing that you have to remember here is the composition of blood. So blood and its components. So here we also spoke about lymph. Then you have the structure of the heart. So the heart is 4-chambered. So you have 2 atria and we have 2 ventricles, right? So then moving further, we spoke about how the heart functions. So we call that as the cardiac cycle. Then we have the cardiac output, right? So then we spoke about the difference between veins and arteries. So based on cardiac output, we also spoke about ECG. So I don't think this is on overall a tough chapter, but let's see how the questions are here. So let's go into the first question, see if you guys can answer the first question. So let's solve. So I have 10 questions from each of this chapter. So 10 from body fluids and circulation, so 10 from excretory substance and their elimination, right? So ready? Can we go forward? Yes? Okay, so here we go. Question 1 for the evening. All the veins have deoxygenated blood except renal vein only, pulmonary vein only, umbilical vein and pulmonary vein, renal vein and hepatic portal vein. So what would be your answer? Yes. So all veins carry deoxygenated blood. So Ajay, hello. So thank you for joining. So please do like, share and subscribe. Yes. So all veins carry deoxygenated blood and we have no contradiction to that statement, but we have an exception. So the exception is your pulmonary vein. Your pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood to the heart, right? So we have 2 opposites. So all arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. So all veins carry deoxygenated blood except your pulmonary vein, right? Okay, so here the answer is straightforward, that is pulmonary vein only. But don't you have a doubt between umbilical vein and pulmonary vein? So why you guys don't have a doubt between these two? So it's definitely not renal vein, it's definitely not hepatic portal vein. So we know for sure pulmonary vein is the answer. But how sure are you with umbilical vein? How sure are you with umbilical vein, Bhavya? Okay, so let's see the answer. The answer is umbilical vein and pulmonary vein. So both of them carry only oxygenated vein. So what is umbilical cord? So if this is the mother, so and this is the fetus, so what separates the mother and the fetus is the placenta, right? So what connects the placenta to the fetus is your umbilical cord. So your umbilical cord and the pulmonary vein, the umbilical vein and the pulmonary vein both carry deoxygenated blood. So the right answer here is option 3. Yes, your guess about pulmonary vein is right, but to your extra information, umbilical vein also carries oxygenated blood. Okay. So we are on with the first question. So let's move to question number 2. If the nerves supplying the human heart are cut, then the heartbeat will. Okay, I'm sorry, the question was right. I thought it was grammatically wrong. So if the nerves supplying the human heart are cut, okay, then heart will beat rhythmically, arrhythmically, it will stop breathing, stop beating, first arrhythmically followed by rhythmically. So what will you think will be the answer? Ma'am, when are physics and chemistry going to start? So fingers crossed, I hope after Diwali, but I am not very sure, Ajay. Ma'am, so do umbilical artery carry deoxygenated blood? So why don't you check out and tell me? So the extra information I gave you is umbilical vein carries oxygenated blood. So can you check off umbilical artery? Because giving you direct answer is easy, but I am stopping your thinking. So why don't you think and give me the answer tomorrow? Yes, Dharni, hello, very happy good evening. So thank you for joining my lecture today. So please do like, share and subscribe. Okay, so for question 2, Ajay and Dharni says option 3. Okay, if the nerves supplying the human heart are cut, then the heartbeat will be rhythmic. Why? Why? It will not stop beating. Why should it stop beating? When will the heart stop beating? When there is no cardiac output, right? So what initiates your cardiac cycle is your SA node. SA node has nothing to do with the nerves. It is myogenic. So the heart will continue breathing rhythmically. There will be nothing to stop your heart. Right? So that is why these questions are critical thinking questions where you tend to make mistakes. So the right answer is option 1. It's okay, Ajay, we are learning, no issues. So I hope you do well in the Menti quiz day after tomorrow. So question number 3, when atria contract, blood does not enter into the pulmonary vein or the superior vena cava because. So let's see. So we have the 4 chambers of the heart. So this is how I taught you. So this is right atria, right ventricle, left atria, left ventricle, right? So where is pulmonary vein? So what brings blood into the left atria is pulmonary vein. So what brings blood here is the superior vena cava. So when the atria contract, the blood does not enter into the pulmonary vein or the superior vena cava, meaning it does not go in the reverse direction, right? So from the atria, it does not go in the reverse direction because these openings are guarded by semilunar valve. Pulmonary vein has thespian valve and superior vena cava has oblique opening. So oblique is random. Both pulmonary vein and superior vena cava has oblique opening. Eustachian valve close superior vena cava and semilunar valve close the pulmonary vein. So we never spoke about a valve here. So this question looks new to us. So then how does the heart prevent the backflow from the atria into the pulmonary artery or into the superior vena cava? So the question makes sense, right? So now what do you think is your take from all the 4 options? Yes, quick. Yes, Dharni. Yes, Bhavya. So what do you think will be the answer here? Any guess? So I know this question is very new, which we haven't even thought about, but Yeah, any guess? So should I directly give you the answer? Yes, quick. So let's look into the answer. The answer is 3. So both pulmonary vein and superior vena cava has oblique opening. So opening which allows only one direction of passage. No, we do not have thespian valve and that. Okay, so that comes a little later. So both the pulmonary vein as well as the superior vena cava has an oblique opening. So the opening in the sense that only in one direction it can move. So it cannot come in the reverse direction. So you have seen roads, right? So in road you have a divider so that one goes from this direction to this direction, other from this direction to this direction. But if it's a very narrow road, you assume the flow is only in one direction. Right? So say it is a hilly area like this, so the flow is only in one direction. So there is no way the flow can go in the reverse direction, right? So that is called as oblique opening. So here the right answer is option 3. Fine? Okay. So question number 4. Find the incorrect statement for me. Composition of lymph is the same as that of plasma but has low protein content. 2. Lymph capillaries are more permeable than blood capillaries. Lymph cannot coagulate. Lymph nodes are associated with the lymphatic system of mammals. So which is the incorrect statement from the given 4 statements here? Ma'am, what is the syllabus of the question? Okay, so you have digestion, absorption, you have breathing and exchange of gas, you have body fluids, you have excretion, you have locomotion. So from digestion till locomotion, the 5 chapters is what we are going to have a quiz on day after tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, so which of the following statement is incorrect? So which do you think is incorrect here? So composition of lymph is the same as that of plasma but has low protein content. Because we know plasma has plasma proteins. We have 3 plasma proteins, globulins, albumins and fibrinogen, right? So lymph capillaries are more permeable than the blood capillaries. Lymph cannot coagulate because it does not have the blood clotting factors, or lymph nodes are associated with the lymphatic system of mammals. So Dharani says 4. So Adar agrees. Others agree? Hi Munna, yes, hello, very happy good evening. So thank you so much for remembering me and joining my section. That's so sweet of you. So I hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm good, thank you. So please do like, share and subscribe. Yes, the quiz is for NEET 2022. So whatever I am teaching, this entire series of new beginning is only for NEET 2022. Okay Ajay? Yes? Yes guys, come on. So Dharani gave me option 4. So lymph cannot coagulate. So that is an incorrect statement. Of course, lymph can coagulate. So why do you say so? So lymph cannot coagulate is the incorrect statement. So Dharani, so lymph nodes are associated with the lymphatic system of mammals is the correct statement. But I wanted to choose the incorrect statement. Lymph cannot coagulate is the incorrect one. So lymph can also coagulate. Fine. So other statements are right. So lymph capillaries are more permeable than the blood capillaries. Okay. So here according to the question, this is the right answer. Okay. Because the other students are done with NEET, so this is a new batch, so students are just beginning to come. So the old students have successfully done well in NEET, so they are not coming, Munna, so that is the reason. So I hope Shimpi is doing well. Okay, so we go to question 5. So mark the incorrect statement once again. The thickest chamber of the heart is left ventricle. Isovolumetric contraction appear just after the Dupp sound. Pulse rate is the same as that of the heart rate. Same as that of the heartbeat. So pulse rate can be felt in the regions where arteries are present superficially like the wrist, neck and the temples. So which one is the incorrect statement? So thickest chamber of the heart is the left ventricle or isovolumetric contraction. So isovolumetric contraction is equal volumetric contraction appear just after the Dupp sound. So pulse rate is the same as the heart rate. So pulse is the difference between diastolic and systolic pressure. So 120/80 is the normal blood pressure. The difference between these two, 40 mmHg is the pulse rate. Fine? Yes? Please share zoology schedule for the 6 months of the class. Okay, so zoology, so we are going in order. So we are going to finish human physiology. So then we are going to first finish class 11 and then move into class 12. So after human physiology, I would go to plant physiology. Okay, yes. Okay, so Dharni says the incorrect statement is option 3. Okay, so pulse rate is the same as that of the heartbeat. So cardiac output is different and heartbeat and the pulse rate is the same. So pulse rate is the same as the heartbeat. This is right. So isovolumetric contraction happens after the lub sound. So dub and lub are the two sounds, right? So after the second sound, only then everything undergoes rest together. So the incorrect statement is this. It should have been lub here instead of dub. Okay, so are the questions really critical thinking level? Yes. Okay, so we'll solve these questions for better understanding but not to confuse you. So don't please go low on your confidence level. It's okay. We are just learning. Fine. So here we go. Question 6. During the first rapid filling of the heart, atria contract to force open the AV valves. Atria do not contract. Papillary muscles contract to open up the AV valves. Ventricle contract to become empty. Yes. So during the first rapid filling of the heart, meaning when the two atrias are filled, right and the left, so then what happens? Yes, any guess? Ajay, Dharni, Bhavya? Yes. So any guess? So what do you think will be the answer here? Okay, so the atria do not contract. So when does the atria contract? Okay, thank you Munna for coming in between your schedule. So thank you so much. So have a nice day and bye. Yes, so during the first rapid filling of the heart, so when I say I have 4 chambers, that is I have the right atria, then I have the right ventricle, the left atria and the left ventricle. So superior vena cava brings blood here and pulmonary vein brings blood here, right? So the moment your atria starts filling, that is the first rapid filling. So that time atria does not contract. So more and more when the pressure inside the atria increases, only then it starts contracting and the valves open bicuspid and tricuspid. So here this is the right statement. Instantly it does not contract. So initially all the 4 chambers are in rest, right? Okay, so moving further, so question 7, the heart sound Dupp is produced during the closure of bicuspid valves, tricuspid valves, semilunar valves, both 1 and 2. Yes, lub and dub. So here the answer is semilunar valves. So lub is due to the closure of, so lub and dub are the 2 sounds, right? So lub and dub. So dub is the largest sound of the 2 and that is due to the closure of the semilunar valves. Clear? Yes. So we have 2 sounds, lub and dub. Clear? Yes. So here we go to question 8. So I hope you guys are understanding the question. So question 8, of the 3 portal systems, so portal is the carrier system. So what are the 3 portal systems? So you have the hepatic portal system. So you have the renal portal system and then you have the pulmonary system, right? So which of the following are absent in humans? Hepatic portal system, renal portal system, hypophyseal portal system, both 1 and 2 are absent in humans. So which do you think is absent in humans? Yes, quick. Yes. Which do you think is absent in humans? Any guess? Yes. So we do not have renal portal system in humans. So like we do not have the renal vein, renal artery. So hypophyseal portal system. Okay. So Dharni, hypophysis is what? Hypophysis is your pituitary gland. Of course, we have hypophyseal portal system, but we do not have renal portal system. We have hepatic portal system, but we do not have renal portal system in humans. Okay? Yes. So going to question number 9, which of the following statement is incorrect with reference to the myogenic heart? Okay. So myogenic is auto-stimulatable or auto-excitable. Impulse of the heartbeat develops within the heart. So I want the incorrect statement. Impulse is generated by a special muscular tissue. Nerve fibers are spread over the heart to bring about contraction and expansion. It will continue to beat for some time. If detached, the heart is supplied with proper nourishment and favorable condition. So which is incorrect here? Yes, any idea which is incorrect here? So nerve fibers are spread over the heart to bring about the contraction and expansion. So myogenic heart, so the nerve fibers, it is not nerve fibers, it is muscle fibers, right? It is a nodal tissue, it is a muscular tissue. It is not nerve, but it is muscle fibers that is spread across. So the incorrect one is option 3. Fine. So do you get how to find out the incorrect option? Okay, so the last question from this chapter. So match the following. So I have matches. So see if you can match it. Yeah. So column 1 and column 2. So sorry, one supposed to be here. So hemorrhoids. So hemorrhoids is what? So vasa vasorum, angina pectoris, coronary artery. So it says artery. So vessels that supply blood to other blood vessels, so that is vasa vasorum. So vasa vasorum is the vessel that supplies blood to the other blood vessels. So B should be 1. Okay, so you have 2 places, B is 1, but let's cross check. So coronary artery disease is atherosclerosis, so D is 2. So the right answer is option A. So I just saw 2 options here. So I checked B and I checked D because these 2 I know for sure. So obviously this is the correct order. So hemorrhoids is varicose vein. So when the vein swells up. So vasa vasorum is a vessel that supplies blood to other blood vessels. Then angina pectoris is chest pain when enough oxygen is not reaching your heart. So the right match is option 1. Okay. So with this we are done with body fluids and circulation. So now let's talk about excretory substance and their elimination. So in excretory substance and their elimination, we started talking about the kidney. So we spoke about the structure of the kidney, then we spoke about the structure of nephron, which are the structural and functional unit of the kidney. So then we started talking about the mechanism of urine formation. So then we spoke about the functions of the tubules. So we spoke about mechanism of concentration of urine next. So we spoke about what is micturition. So organs other than kidney which is used for excretion. We spoke about regulation of kidney function, the hormones. Right, so these are the topics that we discussed if you are able to recollect. So now let's move forward and talk about the question 1 here. So if human nephrons were without the loop of Henle, which of the following would be expected? Okay, so no change in the quality and the quantity of urine that we release. Urine formation will stop. Urine will be highly concentrated. So urine will become very dilute. So if loop of Henle is not there, then what will happen? Yes, quick. If loop of Henle is not there, then what will happen? Yes, Dharni? Yes, Bhavya? Any idea what will happen if loop of Henle is not there? If loop of Henle is not there, which is important for concentrating urine, so then the urine will become very, very dilute. So loop of Henle is important for diluting the, concentrating urine, right? So here the right answer is option 4. So question 2, Angiotensinogen is produced by juxtaglomerular cells, liver, macula densa, lungs. So let me tell you, JGA cells activate angiotensinogen into angiotensin. But I never told you JGA cells JGA cells produce angiotensinogen, right? So I just told you they activate. So now who's going to produce angiotensinogen? So definitely not this, and definitely we know it is not lungs. So your angiotensinogen is produced by the liver. Okay, so angiotensinogen is produced by the liver. So moving forward to question 3, a chordate animal having flame cells as excretory structure is. So when we started excretion, so I told you about the different structures for excretion, right? So that is planaria, flatworms, prawn or cockroach. So the one that has flame cells is your platyhelminthes. So this is your planaria as well as your flatworms. So it is platyhelminthes. So actually planaria is also a flatworm, but here to be very precise, it is platyhelminthes. Okay, so platyhelminthes have flame cells or solenocytes. So here we go to question 4. Okay, so that's good. So question 4, all statements about ANF are correct, but one is wrong. So which is the wrong one? So we spoke about ANF. So ANF is produced by the heart. So when it is produced when there is increased blood pressure. So which means there is increased pressure and decreased volume. So when ANF is produced, the pressure decreases and the volume increases. So ANF is a vasodilator. Right? So I move forward. So the walls of the atria of the heart release ANF in response to an increase in blood pressure, blood volume and pressure. ANF can increase GFR. ANF is released in response to the decrease in blood volume and blood pressure. ANF inhibits the release of renin from the JGA and releases aldosterone from the adrenal gland. So ANF is released in response to the decrease in blood pressure is wrong. So when I have increase in blood pressure, then it is released. So here it is option 3. So moving on to question 5. Yeah, so this is a very interesting question. So let's see if you guys can solve this. So if the renal plasma flow is 1000 ml per minute and the filtration fraction is 24%, what will be the glomerular filtration rate per hour? Yes, any guess? Any guess? So the formula I can give you is filtration fraction is equal to GFR by renal plasma flow into 100. So this is the formula. So substitute the given values and see if you are able to solve. So we know the filtration fraction is 24%. It is always measured in percent. So let's leave. So 24 is equal to, we have to find GFR. So RF is 1000 into 100. So this is per minute, right? So it is 24 into 1000 by 100 is equal to GFR. So it is 240 ml per minute, that is GFR. Right, but we need it in hours, so I need it in liters per hour. So this has to be converted to liters and this has to be converted into hours. So 1 ml is equal to 1000 liters, right? So 240. So I am converting, so it is like this. So 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. Right, so I have 240 ml now. So how many liters? So now it is 240 by 1000. Right, so 240 by 1000. So if I have to convert this into hours, into 60, so it will be 14.4. So the right answer is 14.4 liters. Okay, so this is how you're supposed to solve. So moving on to question 6, choose the correct statement regarding the flow of the filtrate. So collecting duct, so I want the flow of filtrate. Collecting duct, collecting tubule, duct of Bellini, papillary duct, minor calyx. Duct of Bellini, collecting tubule, collecting duct, papillary duct, minor calyx. So collecting tubules, collecting duct, duct of Bellini, papillary duct, minor calyx. So it is from the collecting duct to the outside, right? So then the last one, so the correct pathway is tubules. So tubules make up duct. Then it moves into the duct of Bellini. So then you have the papillary duct and then the minor calyx. So please remember this pathway. Fine. So question 7. Malphigian tubules are the main excretory structures in crab, silverfish, planaria, lobster. So where exactly Malphigian tubules are present? So crab, silverfish and lobster. So crab comes under your, you can say orthopoda, but under a different class. So lobster and prawn comes under a different class. So definitely it is not planaria. So this is the orthopod, this is silverfish. So this is phylum Orthopoda. So they have Malphigian tubules. So question 8. So sympathetic stimulation of the kidney results in the dilation of the afferent arterioles, decrease blood flow to the glomerulus, increases the glomerular filtration rate, increases glomerular permeability. So in the brain you have sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic, which works opposite to each other. So what will the sympathetic stimulation do? So it decreases the blood flow to the glomerulus, whereas parasympathetic will do the opposite. So remember, this is the answer. So question 9. So 𝒗𝒂𝒍 apparatus is a mechanism for the auto-regulation for the glomerular filtration rate. So which we know, right? So it is formed by the cellular modification in dash at the location of their contact. So it is between the afferent or your PCT or afferent and DCT, or efferent and PCT or afferent and collecting duct. So this is a straightforward one. So it is afferent and your DCT. So that is where your 𝒗𝒂𝒍 cells are present, right? So the last question for the evening. So which of the following statement is incorrect about PCT of a nephron? It is lined by simple cuboidal breast border epithelial cells. This is right. So it helps to maintain pH and ionic balance of the body fluid. 70% of the electrolytes and water are reabsorbed. So this is right. So selective absorption of hydrogen, ammonia, potassium occurs in this segment. So this is not selective absorption. This is selective secretion, right? So the incorrect one is this. It is not selective absorption, it is selective secretion, right? So this is the incorrect statement. So this is the last slide or the last question for the evening. So I have discussed 10 critical thinking questions in the 2 chapters, body fluids and excretion. So I hope it has helped. So even though it was very tricky, so sit down, relax, you will definitely get the answer. So this is once again not to boost or pull off your confidence level, but this is to help you learn. So be aware, questions can also be of this type. Okay, right? So once again, please be ready for the Menti day after tomorrow. So I hope all of you join for the Menti. So this is me signing off. So if you definitely liked my way of teaching, so please do like, share and subscribe. So I will meet you at 5:15 p.m. tomorrow, and we are going to discuss critical thinking questions from locomotion and movement. So until then, this is me signing off. So take care and bye.